Hello my gorgeous viewers, welcome back to Alicia Monte. In today's video I thought I'd try something a bit different today. So if you were to ever ask me what my favorite kind of movies were, I'd probably say horror every time. Not just because of the thrills and the adrenaline rush you get from watching such horrific things. It makes you feel alive, yes, but for me, it also is a good reminder that such horrific things are not happening in my life. So it's kind of both super fun and also helps me feel grateful about the things that are really not happening in my life, because oh my goodness, if such things were happening in my life, whoa, that would be really freaky. Anyways, in honor of me liking horror movies, I thought I'd begin a series of spooky story times, and let me know if you like these kind of videos and I'll keep them up. If not, well, I'll probably share a few things before I stop them. Okay, so also, what was I gonna say? Oh, before you freak out, these spooky stories that I'm going to tell you or share with you most of them are based around my life, so based around true events. Also, I will do some improv, so some things might not be true. Also, sometimes they've happened in my dreams, sometimes I've witnessed them, so they're all meshed together to make up one really spooky story for you and for me. It'll be good. Great reminder again that these things are not happening, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the video. This is a story of a man who walks on a pair of hooves. But it doesn't begin with the stranger. It begins with you. You are very lonely on this particular day. Say it's Christmas Day and you happen to be alone. You don't have anyone to spend the night with, enjoying food, or the things that you do on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. Festivities are in your mind, but because you feel lonely, you do not do these things. And you happen to live in a very isolated village up in the mountains. Maybe there are 2 bars around for miles. So you go to this one bar. You walk 3 kilometers. Houses are all spread apart. It's about to get dark. In this very place, it gets dark at exactly 6 p.m. every single day. It's 5:45, but you don't mind. You're an adult. You're not scared of the dark. So you go. Spend some quality time with yourself and perhaps drink some alcohol at the same time at this bar. You look around. There are only 5 bodies, all looking miserable and sad as well. You don't mind. You don't even want to interact with them, because the only person that you've wanted to spend the day and the rest of your days is no longer in your life. So here you are in this bar, all lonely, feeling droopy every time you think about this person. And time goes by. Just like that, suddenly it's 10 p.m. at night. And you know what that means? Evil begins to stoop outside, trotting into mischief, into the lives of those who, yeah, I know. But hey, you don't believe in such things, so you keep drinking. You feel dizzier every time. The barman says, "You gotta get out of here, man. It's 10 p.m. We close at 10 p.m. and I gotta get home to my family." So, it's time. You know where you live, but you feel dizzy, so you look around and you have no sense of direction. Only the light of the moon is above you, slightly dimming its light as you walk. Of course, you know you're heightened with emotions since you've been drinking. Okay, you think you can make it home. So you start walking. And hear some animals in the background. You can see your path. It's up ahead. You think you're close home. But it's very dark, so you keep walking. You keep walking. You're not afraid. You're an adult. Why would you be afraid of the dark? Especially because you're an adult. Why would you? You think someone's walking behind you, maybe following you. So you look back carefully. It's just a stranger. You don't even know him, but all you see is this man's face at first. You keep walking because you don't know him, so you keep walking. He starts talking to you. He says to you, "How was your night?" In like a very friendly, kind of evil kind of voice. "How was your night?" Some kind of chill goes down your body. It feels like he's about to devour you. Like, how was your night? Well, you're still a bit woozy from the drinking, so you say, "Oh, yeah, man, it was good. Had a good time, had a few beers. Yep, I'm just off home now. Please don't follow me. I'm gonna keep going home." You deny you're frightened. You keep walking, and this man, this friendly stranger, speeds up his trotting. You freak out, you know, because you obviously don't like to be followed. Who likes to be followed in their time of night? It's probably almost midnight. You live about 3 kilometers home, so you keep walking, and to your surprise, you're very curious, of course, so you look down to see where you're stepping. You look down, okay? Why did you look down? You see a pair of hoofs trotting right beside you. But hang on a second. Before you saw a friendly stranger with a human-like face, why would this man have a couple of hoofs? It's not like he's walking his pet, I don't know, pet goat, donkey. You don't even hear the animal. Why? So you freak out. Oh, you're still drunk, but still freak out. You turn around slowly. He doesn't appear to be as friendly because you've discovered his secret. You turn around anyway, and you see a pair of eyes darken. It's red, but it's also dark. It's red and it's dark, and it's red and it's dark, and then you hear a bang. It's time to pray, you think. Because this sort of thing does not happen even when you're drunk. It's not like you were dreaming. No. This is real life. You know you were awake this morning. You know what you did today. You just had a bit too much alcohol. After you hear this bang, you're too afraid to look back. So you look to the side slightly. He's still there, showing you his friendly face. But something's changed. The atmosphere that you are in does not feel so friendly anymore. So you start walking a bit faster. And that's not a good idea, because you're about to walk over a cliff. And to his surprise, to my surprise, okay, he got nudged and he fell on a great bush of gorse bush. Is that how you say it? A gorse bush. And for someone who's never seen a man with a couple of hoofs to walk on, stunned and freaked and shocked, you happen to walk over this cliff and then land maybe 300 meters down, because oh my goodness, you live on a valley, on a mountain valley. So you fall over a cliff. It's pretty far. You look around thinking you'd see something, but down at this abyss kind of looking ground, you can't see anything. Even the light of the moon that was sort of shining your way home has disappeared. So you're suddenly surrounded by darkness and wondering why this stranger gave you a nudge to fall off this cliff. You've never been so frightened in your life. You think about what's happened during the day, what's happened during the past, the emotions you've experienced. You come back to the things that you've let yourself experience. You think you're dead, but you're not, because you can still feel your body moving in a way that a very slow slug would move. So you feel faint movement in your body. You're so frightened. You look over to your right this time. You see a very tall mountain. You've heard of stories about this mountain, and you've seen with your own eyes helicopters crash, no survivors. And you've heard stories of mermaids that lurk in the caves. And these mermaids are not the friendliest. They are the greatest beasts that you could ever imagine that will lure you to literally devour your flesh. So you don't want to end up there. I think we should stop there. If you want to hear any more about how this story ends, let me know and I'll continue. I think I've spoken enough. I'm freaking out myself. Anyways, we'll continue this story in the next video. Until next time. Bye!